Move in. Has the
for improvement in a horse called Bluing the Blues, number 8. I saw him win at Flemington when Stephen Arnold won on him. Beat a horse called Al Boba. I thought the performance was very good that day. Not quite sure how strong that performance was or the strength of that particular race, but nevertheless, I think they're the sort of horses that you've got to be looking at as well. Very, very difficult race, the first. Number 4, Portsmouth, ahead of number 12, Sir Anabar, 14, Frangelica, and 1, Sheraton.
They're the thoughts of our form expert Alf Matthews today here on Ascot, Vale and Craiglee Stakes Day. All the action on Sky this afternoon. On track for the first, Portsmouth is the on-track favourite. Sir Anabar's been a drifting second pick and Cable is the third pick. Greg Miles is...
Base of a week. 14 Barossa Music, 8:40.
flashing 1400 for the first, 100 for the first. Now an attendant. Off they go now, and Sir Anabar winning the start in the early part. Nineveh got away well, and out very fast. Portsmouth finding the lead comfortably through the first part of the race. As they settle fully, it's Portsmouth by about a length to Arnside on the inside of Participate. Sabersonic is deeper out in fourth placing, followed by Sir Anabar. A length and a half to Cable, racing up wide on the course, being followed then by Sheraton on the inside of Spitz, and then Nineveh. Next, he's caught out wide on Nineveh, then Bust Up and Bluing the Blues, trailed by Frangelica, Saturday Fever and Grey Song, last of the 14 runners. Portsmouth is the leader out to the 800, narrowly from Participate, and Sabersonic trapped out third. Just behind them, Arnside on the inside, being closely followed by Sir Anabar, 1 to Cable, who's racing 3 deep as well around the outside of Spitz and Sheraton, the rail, and then Bluing the Blues. Nineveh's never been on the track, followed by Bust Up as they cornered, then Frangelica, and well back is Saturday Fever and Grey Song. The favourite Portsmouth led coming around the home turn by a half to Participate, and on the outside now Sabersonic, and they were clear of Sir Anabar, and Arnside over on the inside looking to get out, passing the 300. Portsmouth just led from Participate, Arnside, and then Sabersonic and Sir Anabar out wide at closing. 150 to go. Portsmouth narrowly from Participate, and Arnside is coming home, and so is Grey Song. It's now Sir Anabar hitting the lead in the shadows. Grey Song after it. They hit the line. Sir Anabar's one of the head to Grey Song, who's come from last to grab second. Photo third. Portsmouth the inside with Participate, and Frangelica's not far away from them. They were followed by Sheraton, Arnside, and further back was Bust Up, followed by Spitz, Bluing the Blues, Cable. Well back is Sabersonic and Nineveh, and Saturday Fever at the tail of the field. Stand by for numbers in the first. Sir Anabar sitting up at about 5th placing and finishing the race with great strength, has won the race. Flying home Grey Song from the back of the field is second, and it's a great photo finish for third. There's 3 of them alive in that one, and 4 has got third. Portsmouth just holding on the inside. Numbers in race 1 at 12, 7 and 4 official. 12, 7 and 4, and the time 1:24.7. 1:24.7. Fourth in was Participate, number 6, and the 5th placing went to number 14, Frangelica. 12, 7 and 4 official. Well, the first conclusion I draw is that this is an absolutely even track, because we've had the leader run third, the winner sitting 5th, and the second horse coming from last. So they've all had their chances in what was a nice, genuinely run race. I think you can really bet with some confidence that the track is going to race very, very fairly. Had that race been run 12 months ago or any of the last 3 or 4 years on this meeting, then Portsmouth would have won it because the leaders were dominant. But
it has come back in fine fettle. She's for Canterbury, and then Jimmy Cassidy rode her at Warwick Farm. When she beat You Had Your Warning arrival again today. Now, Dudley Do Right is proving a handful to load, but they'll get Dudley in now. Yes, Dudley Do Right's in, and the rider about to hop back into the stalls, Mark Usher. Now, Wellington will be the next in, Guy Walter aboard. Guy's got some interesting runners here today, particularly Spinning Hill and Defier. Bad luck, of course, with Tie the Knot, not going around in Melbourne. Now, Wellington goes in, Osbred is set, and we're ready now. This is the first of 8 at Rosehill Gardens. Repeater is the favourite, currently 3:30 on Tab Limited. Number 1 at 460, number 4, 470. Oh, there's Repeater going off. Dudley Do Right Edgy Repeater, very, very stirred up now. She faces better. They're off this time. She jumped all right, Repeater. Actually, the stablemate on the inside dash for cover bounced out in front. Repeater very wide second. Dudley Do Right third. From You Had Your Warning, Cloth of Gold, and the Almighty One is nice and handy. And then the grey Wellington, followed by Osbred, Gone Yonder, Placer, and Tracy Ann. They race around the first bend, coming to the 1500, and the leader is Dash for Cover. About a length on Repeater, a length and a half away. In third position is the Almighty One. You Had Your Warning is racing in the middle, and wider out on the track and improving ground rather quickly as Dudley Do Right, trying to offset that wideish run. Cloth of Gold a little better than midfield on the inside of Osbred, and then comes another length and a half away Wellington, followed by Tracy and Two Gone Yonder, and a length further back is Placer. They work their way along towards the 1,000 marker, and little between Dash for Cover and Dudley Do Right, and they match strides. 2 lengths Repeater, a half the Almighty One on the inside, and 2 to You Had Your Warning. Cloth of Gold is next on the inside, followed by Osbred, and then Wellington from Tracy, and next to last is Go Yonder. Our Gone Yonder, and 2 lengths further off is Placer. Down the side they run, 700 ahead of the field in the first here at the Gardens, and Dash for Cover about a length on Dudley Do Right. Looks as though it's starting to feel the strain and hanging a bit. A length Repeater third, and fourth the Almighty One, Osbred wide, followed by You Had Your Warning, Cloth of Gold trying to get away from the rails, and then Wellington, Tracy Ann from Placer, and Gone Yonder straightening, and Dash for Cover being taken on by its stablemate Repeater, who's doing better, and coming past the 300 Repeater takes over from Dash for Cover, the Almighty One, and then comes Dudley Do Right, Cloth of Gold, Osbred, and Wellington the outside, but Repeater comes to the 150. Repeater a length and a half. Cloth of Gold challenging with Wellington and Osbred. Repeater is still the leader. Cloth of Gold won't quite catch the mare, and Repeater notches up the hat-trick, beating Cloth of Gold. Photo third, Osbred with Wellington, then the Almighty One, Dudley Do Right. A break Dash for Cover, knocking up, and then Tracy and Placer, You Had Your Warning, and Gone Yonder has finished at the tail of the field. Number 5 gets the prize in the first, and that's Repeater. Gee, she's racing well. She got into a lovely posse. It was a beaut ride by Chris Muntz. He drew wide on her. She was a little unsettled in the stalls, and very wide going up to and around the first bend, but then he settled her back, 1 out, 1 back, and she did the rest. Number 5, Repeater, in New South Wales, has paid $3 a win and $1.60 the place. Cloth of Gold, number 1, will get second, and Cloth of Gold will pay $1.80. And there's nothing in it for third. The horses are Wellington wide out, and the other horse on the, let's just check Wellington's price, number 2, he was $4.40, and Osbred, number 11, is the other one at $9.50. But no numbers up after the first, and the winner Repeater, trained by Gay Waterhouse for herself, her mum, Dr. D, and Mrs. R, C.R. and D.L. Moses, W.J. or G. Moore, and Miss Julie and Mrs. P.M. Ritchie by Senor Pete from Kellong Segura, a Sir Tristram mare, and Repeater written by Chris Muntz. They must be fourth. So it's 5, 1, 2, and 11. 1.
Jumped out all right down here, I thought, on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, we're happy with her, Andrew. That's why we run now.
Okay, good luck to you, Tom.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Tommy Hughes Jr. joining us. There's his horse in the blue and white stripes moving in there on the outside. Bergamia on track. Really no more further movement, as we mentioned. Skinjate is the favourite. On the tote, it's 330. The fat's 490. Bergamia 780. It's certainly tightening in. There's Natch, another horse that has had just a little bit of a nibble here late in betting. And of course, as we checked, Elope Matthews, his numbers were 1, 4, 5 and 2. Greg Miles ready to call race 2.
Righto, Andrew, thank you. Just the last couple to get ready, and we'll have them on their way in the second on the card. Now here's Elodation set. The Toppy Celestial Show into her place, and Running On, who in fact shared the prize with Hit the Roof at this meeting last year, is going to come up and complete the lineup. He hasn't quite gone on like his co-dead heater, and he's at big odds here at $20. Set the run. It's Contagious, made a good line, so did Natch and Running On. Celestial Show has the outside barrier. Just about right now. Little movement from Elodation, who's bouncing around in the gates there. Attendance all round. Zabuan stands quietly. They're ready and they're away at the 2,000 metres, and Silk Shamrock, one of the first out. Celestial Show jumped quickly from an outside barrier. In Peril is up there with Elodician, Sept, and Skin to Change is just behind the leading horses as they settle into stride. By the 1,800 metres now, and Celestial Show doing some work out 3 wide to join Silk Shamrock. In Peril sat third, Elodician a length and a half away fourth. Sept getting a good run, fifth over on the inside, being followed a length and a half away by Skinjate. It's Contagious 3/4 away the rail, and then came Natch. El Montezar travelling a little wide from running on the fence, and they're followed by the Fats. 2 lengths to Bergamia next to last, and 3 lengths to Zabuan at the 1,300, and Silk Shamrock is setting a solid tempo out by the best part of 4 lengths. Celestial Show in second, placing 2.5 to In Peril. About 2 lengths to Elodician, trailed by Scepter, and then a length and a half to Skinjate. It's Contagious midfield on the rail, a length and a half then to El Montezar and Natch. Wonder running on, trailed by the Fats, and then Bergamia and Zabuan on the rails. 25 lengths had covered them at the 1,000, and Silk Shamrock sped away with a lead of about 8 lengths now. Celestial Show, 2 lengths to In Peril, a length further back Elodician on the rails, then Scepter, followed by Skinjate. It's Contagious and Natch. Back behind them, El Montezar running on the rails, and then came the Fats and 2 Bergamia and Zabuan. Silk Shamrock at the 650. The lead has been whittled back to about 3 to 4 lengths. Celestial Show in Peril, and Elodician pulling out wide to make some ground on the leading horses, and Natch is following it home. Scepter on the rails as they cornered from It's Contagious running on, and then the Fats working through the pack, and Bergamia has pulled out wide. Silk Shamrock has been headed by Celestial Show. Skinjate in turn is coming after it, and now the Fats is winding up with Natch, and wider out as Bergamia. Skinjate and Celestial Show, who's fighting back with on the outside the Fats, Bergamia and Natch coming at them. Skinjate, Celestial Show from the Fats and Bergamia. Skinjate's put the head in front of Celestial Show. Skinjate in front and just wins from Natch, who flew the outside horse Celestial Show on the rails. Just behind them were the Fats and Bergamia, and then came running on, followed further back by Silk Shamrock, and then It's Contagious, Scepter, Elodician, Zabuan, El Montezar, and In Peril dropped out to run last. Stand by for numbers. This horse has turned in another courageous performance, Skinjate, and it's won number 5, ridden by Damien Oliver. He's in terrific form. He's won 5 of 6 in this preparation, and just touched off unluckily 3 starts ago at Sandown, or he might have been unbeaten completely in this prep. Second, Natch, number 4, and third, 1, Celestial Show. Numbers on race 2 are 5, 4 and 1, and the time 2 minutes 2.7. 2 minutes 2.7, 5:41 official on race number 2. He's done a great job, Mick Price, with this 6-year-old. He's just contested a stronger class of race nearly every time he's gone out in this preparation, commencing with a Class 2 at Bendigo, and he's won a couple of Class 6s before, stepping out to open company for the first time today, and he's won again. And in no small part, a place in the winning streak as Damien Oliver played. He's been on his back the last 4 outings, and his strength and judgment has been really to the fore, particularly in the last couple. He backed up from that Sunday victory here at the last meeting, and where he raced away, and he's been, I think, very, very impressive in scoring a narrow win here today. Second was Natch, coming off a little break, a couple more bounds, and he would have gone very close for Nash Rawutta in winning, but Nash has been in a runners-up stall here, and a third place to Celestial Show. She did a good job, and probably her turn in the winner's stall in a similar sort of race is just around the corner.
Inside runner here is Jai's Jump, racing in blinkers today. All set. Off in the second of the day, and the favourite Grandicer jumped best and establishes a lead of a length on Shags on settling down. Jai's Jump is in third position, followed closely then on the outside by Academe, who's making up valuable ground as they settle, and then comes Shariard, 2 lengths to Angora, 3/4 of a length the inside Oakburn, down by the 750, and Grandicer is the leader by a length or so on Shags, a length and a half third Academe caught wide. Jai's Jump on the inside, and Shariard's in the centre, and a couple to Oakburn Oakburn on the inside of Angora, working their way down to the 600 marker, and Grandiser shows the way nicely. It's a length and a half on Shags. In the third position, Academe wide from the word go. Then Jai's Jump Shahriar from Angora, and Oakburn's not travelling well. Grandiser railing nicely and straightens for the run of the judge by 2 Shags. On the outside is Academe, and then Jai's Jump, but Mark de Montfort has Grandiser travelling magnificently at the 200. By golly, this horse is pretty smart. Grandiser put about 5 lengths on Academe and Jai's Jump, and then Angora, but this is 3 out of 4 for Grandiser. De Montfort keeping the De Heer gelding going, and he blitzed them. Grandiser from Academe, Angora third, Jai's Jump fourth, then Shag, Shahriar and Oakburn last to complete the course. He's pretty good, this fella. And won't that be a tonic for Sterling Smith, the horse's trainer's mum, in hospital? And Candy, I know you'd be listening, you'd be watching probably, and that will give you a real thrill. Our thoughts are with you, Candy, at all times, and of course Candy's husband Ernie, such a vital cog in the Tulloch Lodge wheel, under the guidance of course of TJ Smith for so long. So Sterling's got a nice horse here with Grandiser, and this fellow's up. Brave Prince's win for Sterling last Saturday. Number 3, the winner, Grandiser. Mark de Montfort has paid, and there are no numbers up, $2.30 and $1.70. By De Heer from Star Emma, a 3-year-old Bayer Brown gelding, and is raced by Mrs. E. Byrne, E. Maloof, B. McFarlane, S. Murphy, Ms. G. Davies, S. Etienne, and the Group 1 Thoroughbred Syndicate managed by Mrs. J. Smith. And Grandiser, as the number flashes up, 230 and 170. Number 5, Academe second. He was forced to cover a bit of ground, but he was no match for the winner, but he's got plenty of wins in him. 220. And number 7, Angora, plugged home for third, no dividend. Number 4 and 4th, Jai's Jump. 310 was the Quinella. 520 exacta, 46.10 trifecta, $160.30 was the first 4. And Grandiser